Eat salad right now. Hello, 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 people. Welcome to Chat Her Up. Today we are going to recap and discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 9, Episode 6. These lips don't lie.
Yeah. Everything we say is allegedly our opinion, entertainment purposes only.
We can start with the scene. Definitely starts where
we gotta rate it, Joy. Don't forget you do
Oh,
that part.
let's rate it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a solid 9.
I thought so. I enjoyed it.
I give it a 9.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't watch the one before, but I kind of figured what had happened because where it began. What is going on?
I think I like Martell. That's my guy.
Yeah, we all know that.
Oh, but he is so emotional when he is angry.
God,
this would be exhausting. As one January Capricorn to the next, because he a January Capricorn. But his inability to hold it together when he is angry is the most unsexiest thing. He can't even imagine on television.
You're not like that.
That is disgusting. I don't like. I'm okay with a dude being a little catty. You say something, you jump out.
Right.
This was fighting stuff. And the stuff that he said about Tisha was a step way too far for me. Because Tisha really don't have anything to do with it. It goes back to even if Tisha is cheating. I mean, even if Marsau has cheated because he's the sexiest so-and-so apparently in Huntsville because everybody wants Marsau.
I don't get it.
But nobody has said it was me. But for whatever reason,
that's my point too, Joy. Where no receipts have come out, just his Martell's mouth. I think. I mean, it kind of broke my heart for Tisha, sitting there listening to this man go on and on and on. And I'm sure, well, a lot of us thought Marsau doesn't seem to be protecting her in this moment. He's just trying to ignore it,
He does.
And then
I know
why. Why do you think he ignored
it? At this point, Marsau thinking he's up in life. He surpassed Martell. In his mind, he has way too much to lose, and Martell does not.
That's true. I mean,
it is true.
So, if you think about it,
in his mind, he already won. Getting into it with Martell, giving that any energy, what he really should have done. Like if he was a man that was trying to protect his wife, he would have gotten his wife out of there
immediately.
Yeah, that's what you do. Or you said,
you don't think Martell has proof. Is that what
or you say, why you out? You wanna set me out? Tisha, go in the car. Tell me whatever it is that you want to tell me. You should try to protect your wife. I believe so.
Do you think Martell has
it's reality TV? You kind of want to be there just in case he say something out, that's completely ridiculous.
Right. Which he did to me in some regards. So y'all don't think Martell has any proof.
I think he does.
Marsau said that Martell showed him how not to leave his marriage for a terrible side chick.
Ooh.
What y'all think about that?
Ooh.
I mean, I feel like Marsau, he was going back at him, but it wasn't as emotional as what Martell was doing.
Actually, his hit harder.
It did. That's what I was going to say. His calmness, to me, hit harder than Martell acting a fool.
Yeah. Because you can tell that he's moving out of emotion. Marsau is listening. He's listening to every word.
So when we think about, does he have proof or not? I think that he may have seen some things happen I wouldn't be surprised if he's seen some things happen. I don't think he has any proof to say now what happened years ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I just wish, easier said than done, I just wish Martell would get beyond trying to bust these other people in something, especially when it means having to drag another man's wife. Tisha didn't deserve that. I don't care what Tisha did in her past. You know what I'm saying? This is a man-to-man conversation. Don't bring my wife into that.
I agree.
Because he said that he could have screwed her.
Yes, I heard. So, God, I couldn't believe he said that. I believe it though.
He said you was fatter and uglier than you.
And we heard that they were.
But he said you still ugly.
Wait a minute, my daughter texts me. It's so funny. She texts me Sunday night. And your knees meet. Wait a minute, was it?
What doing the knees meet?
And your knees meet. I just
Child, he did not say you knock-kneed. Did he not?
He didn't say he was knock-kneed. He said your knees meet. That's what he said.
Another thing, I feel like if Martell had proof, Marsau would not kid him as much, or because Marsau will try to get under his skin sometimes.
I agree.
And I feel like Marsau knows he does not have proof because he wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
he wouldn't do that. But I feel like now that it's against them. Now everybody's saying, "Oh, Martell lies about people cheating. He did it to Mel. He did it to Kimmy. He's done it to Nell. So now they're against Martell because it's against them. Because even Wanda is now against Martell, right?
Which haven't she always been? With the whole talk.
Always been. Martell was the first one talking about Wanda ain't gonna be on the show no more.
But no, didn't she just come out and say that he had a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Allegedly?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Child.
Right.
Do we have any information to tell us that he's been to a Diddy party or has his name? I'm just wondering.
He got a lot of baby oil. Was Destiny part of this? Because okay, go ahead.
She the one that started this. She shouldn't even ask that question. It could have been a producer question. I ain't gonna even pretend like that don't exist because we know that it does. But she started this. She knew exactly what to ask. And she even looked at Martell and said, "Oh, this one is for you, Martell. Which one in this group hurt you the most?"
I didn't like that either. Because Martell even looked at her then and said, I thought you was, what are you doing? Yeah. And then he called her out on it when they got together later. But did she think that was really the only conversation she could really expand on? Why did she do that? I don't know.
I think it could have been a producer question, but she said she did it because of their conversation. I guess she has a storage shed.
Yeah.
For Madani products.
That's her office.
Mm-hmm. That's the office.
And he had said something about he felt like they didn't have his back or something.
Yeah.
And so she asked that question, but she should know better.
She does know better. That's why I'm kind of wondering what was going on with that.
But he said his friend screwed Tisha, right?
Yeah.
But
wait a minute, this is what's funny. Tisha didn't say, she was like, that's back in college.
Yeah, when I heard that, I said, what did she just say?
It's back in college. In other words, it happened.
I mean, that's what I said. But I just can't believe he said that. And is Destiny dating Lance?
Up and down, it sounds like.
Lord.
Girl, and this kissing more the fact that Kimmy and Maurice said nothing.
What did you get from that?
I have no idea. They said nothing.
They never give
at least they ain't talking
Maurice
about me.
Does though. Maurice does. He normally defends Tisha. We've heard him tell Marsau, man, you can't do that. You can't talk like that to Tisha, man. You're gonna make her feel, bad or whatever. He usually comes to defend her. He's defended her on the show. He's defended her at the reunion. He's talked to Marsau a lot. And so when he said nothing today,
I was shocked.
I was like, whoa. So it made me think. So he knows it's true, but somebody should have protected Tisha. That's what
Do you think they were in shock? I mean, because I would not have expected any of that.
But Tisha didn't even seem mad or anything. It was almost like, I'm so sick of this.
It was. She said, show it. You got it. Show it. You got to show it. But
show what you show. You know, all I kept hearing is, have I heard that joke about the black comedian that said that he had told a gay joke in a club, and the gay guy came to his car, was like, say what you said. Y'all say what you said. It was so funny. That's all I kept hearing what Tisha was saying. Show what you gotta show. Show it. Just show it, because she kept saying it over and over again. I couldn't stop thinking about that joke.
Because if it did happen, it must have happened a while ago. And either she's gonna get over it. But then Martell said something, and I may be skipping, but he said something when he met with Destiny about, and they beeped out the girl's name. So is it the same girl whose name they've been beeping out?
I have no idea, but yes, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I was hoping I wouldn't forget it. Yeah, he told it. It has been told. Whoever this person is, I don't even know if it's the same person, but people have said names.
Yes.
They
keep beeping this name out, and I don't know if it's a different girl or what. And they said that it's been 2 to 3 years that he was with this girl, and she knew.
Okay. Okay. So, let me ask you this though: what does Martell want from this? If Tisha was ever to believe it's true, so what? I mean, what does Martell want from that? What do you get? That he just wants to not be the only one called a cheater? Well, others are called cheaters too, and we haven't even had any proof that they are cheaters. No. Everybody gets called a cheater.
No,
so what is his end game?
His feelings is hurt because he said he didn't respect him, and instead of him, he don't want to really deal with that. He don't believe him, and because obviously Marsau believes the rumors, that's not on his show, because of his strong stance. Because
go ahead, Joy.
Because what we're seeing on TV, his reaction doesn't make sense.
I feel like Martell gets upset with them because they kid him a lot because he got caught or whatever, lost his family for cheating. And I think he feels like they have possibly done the same thing, yet they don't have any other ramifications from it.
Right.
And they feel like they can tease him even though they were wrong too. And he just feels like it's hypocritical. And so he gets upset.
That's what he would say. If he could articulate himself, that is what he would say. But he's not going to say that. He's pissed off that Marsau said he didn't respect him. That's what he's angry about.
Why doesn't he respect him though? Is it because of
the reporter thing?
Because of the porn, because of the picture,
the revenge porn.
Yeah, and he must believe the rumors, because if you knew in real time, even if you think we know what Martell did is against the law now, but in real time, Martell and Melanie was going backwards and forward on Instagram. Martell wanted her to stop. He sent her that picture in a threatening text and said, if you don't stop, I'm going to expose this. That's really what happened.
Right.
So just to be clear, what he did is illegal, because you can't threaten to put out revenge pictures or videos on anybody. That's what he was arrested for, nothing else. All of these rumors that we done heard about this website, and it's gonna be uploaded, and we gonna say it's somebody else. That's the rumor. That's the outside.
I never heard that.
Oh, yes, you have. We've talked about it before.
Yes, you have. We talked about it.
It's been a while, but we talked about it a lot.
Oh, okay, I don't remember that.
Yeah, but that's the rumor outside of the show rumor. So Marsau must believe that, because what he was actually arrested for actually the real thing didn't. It's not. It's illegal, but it's not under the circumstances. Both of y'all need to stop playing with each other.
No, but I think if you're a father and you have a daughter,
I said if you take away all that other stuff, I'm just
no. But if you have a father, if you're a father and you have daughters, and if they get into something with their ex or their significant other, and they threaten them in this manner, that's major.
It's illegal.
So I feel like I would lose respect for him for that. I don't care what type of argument we're in. That's something you should never do. You should never go there, especially with the mother of your children. No, you should never go there. And he did. And I understand why he said he lost respect for him. Any sane person should. Especially if you're a father with daughters. Or a mother, with anybody with daughters, or a sister, or a mother. You know what I mean? So, Martell can cross the line a little too much.
Right.
He's like a little chihuahua backed in the corner, and he's like, I'm gonna get you.
He enjoys it too. Yeah, he wants this. And that's sad to me. And
another thing Marsau said was that Martell can't take ownership of his wrongdoing. Do y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah, he in his mind, he's always wrestling with but what isms. But you do it, but you did it first. But you know what I mean? He's obsessed with that. He
said even if he is wrong, he wants you to agree with him.
Yeah, he
and I was like,
he's that was just such a turn off.
It was I was in shock that because I know the guys go at it sometimes, but when he involved the wife, that was because that's the first time that's happened, right? He's never
was the first time. Yeah, he'd never said anything like that about Tisha. So, but
I know he said the nail was a side chick, and he said that Kimmy was a side chick, but I don't think it was in the heat of an argument. It was just like a part of a conversation that they had, like how you talking about my side chick when y'all got side chicks, kind of thing, right? Yeah. And the women wasn't around. And I think this is the first time the women were around, if I can recall.
Yeah. And who started the backyard Bessemer? We need to discuss that.
Who did what?
Who started the backseat Bessemer? I'm like, who leave the? You know what I mean?
I had heard that before too. That was one of the things I had refused to say on here.
Yeah, no.
Stop it. Are you serious?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's something else I refuse to say on here, girl.
Girl, we're gonna talk about that offline. Okay. Then they go to the jury store. Unless I'm missing a thing. So Tisha and Marsau go to the jury store, and they're looking at rings, and he's getting his watch clean, and he said he feels naked without his watch, but he does not feel naked without his ring. Do you all feel like, is that normal?
Yes, for Marsau.
For Marsau.
Yeah.
As a wife, how would you feel if your husband said that?
Well, first of all, I think he means it, but I also think that he was joking when he said it. And Tisha kind of picked on that because she kind of, giggled with it too. And she said, it don't mean that, But that was not nice. But it was funny. I think he was joking.
So you think he was joking? What about you, Joy?
I guess so.
I don't think he was joking.
What did he say about the obedient? A ring, he said the ring is what ring is a sign of obedience.
Yeah, the ring is a sign of obedience.
Yeah.
I think that part he was joking with, but I don't wear my wedding ring every day like I used to.
Is it because of your work or?
I don't know.
I mean, he doesn't do any of the construction work, does he?
I've really stopped wearing. I was thinking about that very recently, since COVID, and I don't know why. Like it was the last thing you put on when you leave the house, and I don't know if because I wasn't leaving the house often, and I just got used to not wearing it. Like I have to think about to put it on. Matter of fact, I wear it more around the house than I do outside of the house. Because it's on my side dresser. I don't know why.
So
Tisha I don't sleep in my ring. I don't sleep in my ring.
Tisha said for the past 6 years, she's been getting beat up by people, and they have been saying negative things. I feel like Marsau is the cause of some of this. I also feel like in the beginning, Tisha was the cause of some of this.
Okay.
What do y'all think?
You're right. What you're saying is absolutely correct. She started it because all of this toxicity, for real, if you go back from the beginning, I'm more team Tisha these days. But Tisha started this. I've never not argued that. I've always said that Tish started this. Yeah. The whole first season, Tish was talking about Melanie, and then before they could, for real, when she said, I heard he got a little blue thing on the side. I ain't forgot that. That was in like episode 3.
Yeah.
So, it's based off confessionals, of course. But they were already talking about these rumors. Tisha could not shut up. And she was in her feelings and emotional too. Her and Martell are alike in that regard. We just keep on talking and keep on talking and keep on talking and keep on talking. And she wouldn't shut up.
Yeah. But I will say the last couple seasons, I don't think she's been like beaten up. I think, they may have tried to get at her, but she's become a lot better at defending herself, especially with Stormy and Nell.
Well, last season, they cut this season up. This season, what we're looking at now on Hulu is saying season 9. Season 8 is also the same season that Kiki was on. So the first half of this whole season that was filmed was a great deal about these rumors that Tisha and them was refusing to speak on. Because we haven't even got to the fact that Kiki passed this summer. Right. So the first half of this was talking about Marsau. So when she's saying she's been beaten up, she was pretty beaten up this season. Because they
even with Stormy and the product thing, I think
season 8. You're season 8. She was beat up.
Yes, that's the you have to remember that they didn't have a reunion for season 8. So what we're seeing now is season 9 is only 6 episodes, even though it's cut in the middle of the trip. All of that's one season. That was 2 separate seasons. One half of the trip was season 8, and then they went on hiatus, and we came back on the trip, and it's season 9.
Right. So, but whichever season it is, the last before now, on the last 2, she was I thought she had really changed and was doing a lot better. Yeah. So how do you think she's been beat up on the season this time, Montique or Joy or whoever?
I think she's coming off from the Stormy stuff because when she stole, I'm not gonna say stole, when people talk so bad about her with the Stormy thing, is what I'm thinking.
Oh, about the websites and stuff. Okay.
The website thing. Because she was crying about that too, remember, and he wouldn't hug her like every season. She goes through something.
So yeah,
it's not his cheating, it's her copying, it's her,
well, I mean,
her speech. Yeah. People do talk about her a lot. And I don't know. I think she is built for reality TV, but it can still be hard. Like Stormy wasn't built for it. Like she couldn't even last. I think Tisha is getting stronger, like you said. It's not breaking her down
at all, and that's good to see. It's really good.
I do agree with that.
But she felt like she was still getting attacked, so she started crying again, and I don't want to see that. It's like we've come so far that I thought it was sad.
Well, I feel like she thinks after this airs, people are going to probably start the cheating rumors things again, and saying she's done for staying with her husband because Martell has brought it up again, and then he done said that she's sleeping with his friend. I mean,
he just
thinking about what's gonna happen when people watch it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Yeah, that is what she's coming off of.
Yeah.
And
which I don't know what they're saying in the groups. Are they defending her in the groups? What is the?
She's they're attacking Martell through her. This isn't even something that she's done. That makes it worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
somebody posted yesterday. Was it Straight No Chaser? Possibly. They said they think that Martell and Melody are hooking up together, not romantically, but hooking up together just to get back at Marsau and Tisha. Put all their
so they're back together?
No, they're not.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what did I miss? Because I have not been
really the same person. Because if you move on to talking about Melanie meeting up with folks, it's the same kind of. They messy. They.
I want to talk about that. Why did she have the one-on-one sniper? She was a one-on-one sniper.
Right, and that's why they made a comment. That's why those comments came. It's all she's doing is over here talking about what somebody did wrong and trying to confirm what the heck. Trish, I can't get past Tricia. I don't know. Everybody's kind of complaining that Melody was wrong on that.
She was.
I don't think so.
I actually think Melody was 100% right.
One by one.
Well, you think she was 100% right? Well, I'm team Melody, and so I don't know if I'm team Melody because I'm team Melody or because Tricia just don't open her mouth when she. I don't know. I'm confused.
Tricia is a liar. Like all she had to do, she lied to people who were supposedly her friends about going to his house. First of all, then she didn't know what house it was, what neighborhood it's in. Was it light? Was it dark? Was it cold? Was it hot? Like come on, girl.
Okay. And the reality was, and she had the nerve to say, I was cracking up when she said, what was his motive to even say I went to his house? Bitch, it was the truth.
Right.
It started with
like, what does he need a motive? You went to his house.
Yeah.
And Melody was like, you went to somebody's house who you barely knew. Like, her motive was she wanted to have sex with Martell.
And why you just can't say that?
Why you just can't say that?
Yeah, and what make it so bad? Martell tried to give you an out and pretend like he didn't see you.
Right.
He didn't know you. Your stupid butt couldn't even take that hit. You slow. Like he was giving her a whole out. Do I know you? You don't know me? And you act like you was offended.
Okay.
Like he literally was giving you an out.
Yes, he was. And she didn't want. I think she felt like, "How dare you act like you don't know who I am?"
He did.
He's trying to help you out. He's trying to help Ike. He's trying to help Ike. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So what did y'all think? Did you think Melody?
And he called her ugly. I still ain't gonna get up there.
She wasn't his type. And you think she was bigger though, right? Is that what y'all said?
At that part of his life, he could pick and choose.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember what he said, but basically, if you ain't fine enough, I ain't got to do nothing with you. And
what do y'all think about? So we're gonna talk about the one-on-ones with Mel. What do y'all think about what she was doing about Maurice and his lips, the stuff on his lips? Was that too far?
I think so.
What was she trying to? I didn't like that.
Oh my God!
I didn't see it. Did you?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I was like, what are we talking about?
I don't see any red. Did y'all see the red?
I didn't see what they was talking about.
Okay, me either.
It may have been some discolor down there, but I wouldn't have picked lipstick.
Right. I didn't see it. And then
because he drunk, which means there could have been many things going on that would have gotten his face discolored. I just didn't. I kind of thought, why are you? What? I didn't like it either.
I didn't like it. Another thing, I do agree with her when she was saying, Tish, you all could have said this instead of him going out partying and drinking again. Because I feel like that's a bad look. But if he wasn't driving, is it?
If he wasn't driving,
you get a DUI, does that mean you can't drink anymore? Unless you're Karen Huger. You don't need to drink Karen. But anybody else?
Let me say this. in real time, you know that case. He won that case.
Yeah, he won. But was it a technical? How did he win?
I have no idea. I said I ain't never known it to happen.
It was
me
quick.
either. I feel like something. It was a technicality. Something happened.
Mm-hmm.
It had to be.
Something was I don't know if it was him or Karen, but something about one of the devices that was used. It wasn't proper or something like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking it had to be, because even when watching the show, it makes me think that everybody feels like he's guilty.
Yeah, I don't him either. But what do you think about Melody's feelings on it since she lost her grandmother to it? And she says, I don't want to be around people that drink and drive. Do y'all think that's fair? If we leave grandma out, is it fair?
I mean, yes, you shouldn't drink and drive. Like, there's Uber. Nowadays, there's Uber. You don't even need a DD anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You can go call Uber or Lyft. Like, there's no reason.
I think some bars even give it to you for free, don't they?
They will. I know when I bartend at National Night Out, they give you tickets for Lyft. Lyft sponsors it, and they will drive you home.
Yeah, like they don't want you to drive home.
They do not want you to drive drunk.
And a lot of people have options to get other ways home, and
they do
build their car anyway. So, are you guys saying then that you agree if you know somebody who was involved in a DUI that was once a friend of yours, then you're kind of done with them?
I wouldn't be done with them.
Okay.
Like I told you, I know a guy who has a DUI. I'm still friends with him. So I'm not done. But if he continues to do it,
okay,
maybe. But I mean, sometimes you just make a mistake, and I don't know if that's a mistake though. I think that's something that.
But she said that as well. She said getting behind the wheel of a car is not a mistake; it's a choice.
Yeah, I don't know if it is.
You don't know if it's a mistake.
I no, because there's too
many people could judge. I do think a lot of people misjudge.
Yes.
What drunk is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not. I think that could be the mistake. Like some people know they drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gone out even places where people be like, "You want me to drive?" Because I don't drink outside. Right. I would never drink outside of my house. I don't drink at all for real. But I'll taste people drinks. I ain't gonna lie. But I do taste people drinks. But I will always be a designated driver.
I will always be the DD. Yes, if you need me to be the DD, but I know that if we going out, we're gonna Uber there and back. If we think we're gonna drink, like it's just something we're not gonna even drive. We're gonna Uber there. We're not gonna have the option to drive because we're not driving.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they should do too. Like you should Uber because and they get. If you look at those videos, they drink like for real.
Yeah, they do.
Like they for real.
A lot of them. That's why a lot of them do get cars. I think
they need a driver.
That's very common. But it's not at every event, but I think it's at quite a few.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. I didn't think it was smart of them to even show some of this on the show, especially if it was an open case. Because to me, they were talking like they felt like Maurice was guilty. Everybody.
Yeah, well, they don't care about what people think around you, though. They care about what he says, and he had sense enough to say nothing.
He didn't say a thing, did he? He was smart. So what do you think about Tisha leaving?
She should have.
I think she did right.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. What part? You're talking about her and Melody?
Yes.
Yeah.
She got up and left.
Yeah, that was a good look for her.
It was for
yeah.
And she didn't get angry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true. I mean, I'm glad she did that. She got up and said, "No, that ain't right." And fortunately, Melody was then joking. She's running away from the ticket. Come get her. So no matter what they really were thinking, I'm glad Tisha got up, and I'm glad Melody just kept a joke going, even though
and I do feel like some of this was producer led. I feel like maybe, like you say, Sunny put on her producer hat. This was a producer moment. Like she was trying to produce something out of this.
She should have, because Mel was being a two-faced person to Kimmy.
Now what? Okay, so I didn't watch the one before. So what did Mel do to Kimmy? What is?
Joy, you want me to do it or you want to do it?
You can do it.
She kind of put some words in Kimmy's mouth.
Oh,
yeah.
She invited her out. She invited
lipstick. Yeah, what was it? Lipstick? And is it true he came home the next afternoon?
Yeah.
And Kimmy said, I just don't have any comments for you. And then Melody said, okay, I guess that's a yes. Let's keep it, She said that must be a yes. And Kim was like, no, it's not a yes. Don't put words in my mouth. I don't know.
But that did happen though, right?
Yeah. Well, as far as we know, yeah. I heard he got home in the afternoon.
Well, we know he got arrested at 12 o'clock.
Right.
The time is on the arrest was like 12:05. So we know it was literally right afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we know that part, but was he in a car with another person? None of that was confirmed. That's just rumored.
Right. And so I heard that rumor, when this first came out. And so people were assuming that lipstick was from whoever else was in the car with him. And so it was good to hear that he got arrested. There wasn't somebody else in his car with him. It was just him. And so that kind of left it alone for me. So I don't think anybody should even question lipstick other than Kimmy.
Right.
But I had heard that he fell asleep in his car.
Okay.
Okay. But he must have been behind the wheel. Is that because didn't that what happened with Kiki?
Yeah, and I was like, I thought it had to be turned over.
I don't know.
What?
Maybe it varies from state to state. We need to look that up.
Yeah, that he actually didn't drive. He wasn't driving. That he was asleep in a parking lot. Where it was, I don't know.
Wait a minute.
But that's the rumor that I had initially heard, that he was in a parking lot parked. And I'm assuming the car is still running. I don't know if the car has to be running in Alabama or not.
Yeah, we may need to look that up.
It might just be behind the wheel, because they could explain, because if he wasn't moving, that could also explain why he got it dismissed.
So Tori, maybe they cut that out. Do you think she didn't say that to Kimmy?
What?
Okay, Mel goes to Shanita to say this, and Tisha, of all people, excuse me, when Kimmy has been upfront with her, always told Mel in her face what she said, what somebody else said.
That's true.
She had an issue with Mel. She confronts Mel. Mel dead wrong.
Mm-hmm. She was saying that Mel. Oh, I guess I should have showed this one first. Sorry, that Mel should have told to Kimmy about the lipstick and her grandmother. But do you think she didn't? Could it have been cut out?
She did tell her.
Didn't she? She said she didn't, because the next episode she says to Kimmy, I don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the next thing. Okay. I don't know. That was wrong if she didn't say that to Kimmy.
But that makes me really want the reunion to hurry up, because they say Kimmy goes in on Mel. And
Carlos. Really?
Has that been confirmed, or is that kind of?
Well, I got that from Carlos. No, and Carlos didn't say. He did say she tried to check him, and
Kimmy.
Yeah, Kimmy. He didn't go into details about Melody and Kimmy, but he did say that Kimmy did kind of go in. She was doing a lot of checking that night. And
did
then
she check back, or was it okay? You can check me and I'll be quiet.
All they're saying is that whatever Kimmy said, Melody got up and was crying and walked out.
What?
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I don't see Melody crying and walking out from nowhere.
Me either. I need to see what was said.
Except I will
say what you said. Look, say what you said. Now we
right.
I mean, because Melody might be a little petite thing, but she ain't gonna just get up and let you.
Mel don't just get up and walk away.
Yeah,
now she might cry when she get home.
But if you think back to first season, when they were at the spa, Kimmy, Tisha, Melody, and that's when they were telling Melody, they were calling her real bougie.
Mm-hmm.
They made her cry then.
That's true.
And I won't say they. Kimmy made her cry then. And so now, if this is true, that she'll be crying at the reunion, I think it'll be interesting.
Because when is the reunion? Do we know?
That's all I heard.
I wonder how many episodes they have to the reunion.
They had filmed this reunion when they were like on this second episode. It was already done. It's been done like months ago.
I hate that they do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why other stuff happens afterwards.
That's why I thought that it wasn't that many episodes in this season, because why did they film and it could have been maybe this ends around Christmas or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
know. I do think, do I have any more notes? Let me see.
What did y'all think about Martell? Callie thinks that Martell was drunk when him and Destiny sat down and talked.
He looked drunk. Thanks for bringing that up. He did.
Oh, you're talking about on the bench?
No,
they looked like they were at a bar or something.
Oh, with his shirt, honey, his shirt unbuttoned.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did he sound drunk to you? Because he did sound slurry speech to me.
No, he didn't sound drunk to me.
So, Joy, when I sent that video to you, you don't think he did either?
When you sent the video, it did. That particular video, that frame, it did look like he was.
Victoria says he's clear. Okay,
I felt like he was clear-headed.
Oh God, I really didn't. Okay,
I don't think Martell
the video clip that she specifically saying it did look like he was slurring. I said because when I said, "Oh yeah, he does," yeah.
Well, you know he doesn't drink a lot, so even if he probably took a few sips, he could just be a person who kind of gets a little tipsy early,
real quick. If you don't normally, yes. That's what I think it was. How do y'all feel about Tisha admitting that her milkshake brought up? You know what?
When did she admit this?
At the fight when she said, "Oh, that was back in college."
That was I was like, right. What did y'all think about Chris and Marsau talking about?
Oh, sorry, I'm my dog.
What was it? What you say, Jordan?
Fletcher and Marsau talking in his house. Remember they went to his house talking about Martell. And when I was listening to Marsau, I was saying he trying to turn Fletcher against Martell.
So I have a question about that too. Do you believe Marsau when he said that they'll never be friends again?
Yes.
You do?
I don't believe they've been friends. I don't think they haven't been. I don't think they've been friends since first season. I think they've tolerated one another, but definitely I don't think they've been friends since first for real season.
So you don't think they hang out outside of the show?
No. I don't think they do anymore.
No. I don't think they have, like, for real since first season. I think this show changed them, the dynamic of them.
I think everything he said to Fletch was true, though. I mean, Martell is the type that will lash out when he's upset, and nobody's safe when he's mad. And
yeah, I think they poke at him too a lot.
They do. They poke at him. They do. Now I will say they do.
You know, in his mind, stop talking about me. That has been his thing, because that's really even the root of him saying he has no respect. Why are you booking an interview talking about me anyway? That's the only time you book an interview. You booked the interview to be talking about me. Like, why? You got $1 million lawsuit out there you lost. Why you not talking about that?
And Melody said the same thing when he made it was a comment. I can't even remember what it was, but when Martell got arrested, I think.
He said, "Free Martell."
Yeah. So he will, but people don't want to interview him.
Yeah. Why? Nobody's picking up the phone too, but here you are talking about Martell. And I in that respect, Martell is right. Like, dude, Bill, stop talking about me. When the Fletchers have interviews, they talking about themselves and their own scandals. Marsau talking about Martell. That's kind of that's weak. That's some.
Didn't he say that they? Did he say that they asked him, or they thought he was him, or he made it sound like they thought they were talking to Martell, and then they realized it was Marsau or something. I might be tripping.
Oh, that was right. For the arrest.
I kind of thought that's what they had said.
It was a bald-headed black guy. No, that's what he said. When Martell got arrested, Marsau felt like that they thought he was Martell when they called.
Not that. She's talking about a reporter or somebody called Martell. You're right, Marsau. It was some kind of scandal around somebody calling him to ask him questions, and they thought it was Martell. I do remember that.
I thought that was with the arrest. So it's something else?
Yes. A reporter.
So they did it twice.
It was a reporter specifically calling about getting a comment about the porn. And it was supposed to be for Martell, but it was Marsau. So they asked him and he answered it.
Yeah. Okay, so they get them mixed up a lot then.
They don't.
Yeah, I don't know how they would.
They don't. But I think that Marsau is an opportunist.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I was being facetious. Yeah,
he's an opportunist. And he took that opportunity to take a jab. He did. Because I guarantee you, Maurice could have gotten the same call. And he wouldn't have said anything. Maurice, with all his faults, really does try to stay neutral. You could say it's for his own protection. You could say it's for a whole host of reasons. But Maurice has been consistent.
Maurice isn't as quick as Marsau either. Like, I think Marsau was supposed to be the lawyer and Maurice was not. But oh well. What do y'all think about them getting into residential now? Tisha and Marsau. And are they doing tiny houses? Like I was confused when he was talking to Chris. He was saying we have a different type of house. What kind of house? I can remember what he said.
A house that don't look like a house in that neighborhood.
A spec house?
Spec house. Thank you. I was like, what was the house? Yeah.
And that didn't look like a tiny house. It was a decent.
It didn't look like a tiny house. That's why I was confused. Like, what's the difference? So it was a spec house.
Yes, it was a spec house.
Contemporary housing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
yeah. Gotcha. Because I was like, I knew they said some type of house, and I was like, what is this house?
Yeah, it's the kind of house that don't look like it belongs in that neighborhood. That's what I mean. That's what it is.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
A lot of gentrification going on.
I mean, it really is, and it's kind of scary. We have a house here that $1.5 million in an area where the neighbor's house is maybe worth 80.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's like that in St. Louis in a whole bunch of pockets. They tried. There were places like on the north side of St. Louis, you'll drive down the street and you'll be looking like, this house, where this come from?
Right.
Yeah, it's like that in places that used to be dangerous to even drive down.
Yes, and and I know they get a good tax situation, but how long does it take before everybody's up to the same level of that one house? I mean, they're going to try to, I don't know.
But it has helped some blocks. I know in St. Louis, we got a place called the Hold of My Tracks. All up and down the tracks used to be terrible in the 90s.
What is the house
if that wasn't your neighborhood, you just didn't drive down there.
Well, Latoya said, let me go back a little bit.
That he's actually finished the house.
Why did they apologize?
Go ahead, Callie.
Why did they apologize to Destiny when she started the entire thing at the park? What are they mad at?
I agree with that.
That's another part of the question too. Yeah. What's Mama Wanda upset about with Destiny
talking about his baby, honey? That's somebody talking about her baby. That's what she upset about.
She mad at Destiny?
Yeah.
Well, she mad at Destiny because Destiny started it.
She said Destiny
started the conversation. She did. And then they ended up she did. She asked that question that she already knew the answer to. She started a conversation and it spiraled out of her control. She meant that to happen, but it happened.
I don't know why they apologized to Tisha is what I'll say. I don't know why Tisha apologized, because to me, Tisha, you kind of have now drug me into the middle of this backseat estimate situation. So I don't know why Tisha apologized. You know what I mean? I don't know why Tisha apologized. I would have been like, Destiny, and you know that wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool.
It wasn't. So when you're with a crowd of people like that and you're trying to ask questions, know your audience. You know what questions you're going to ask is going to start some drama.
Yeah.
And so she should have better controlled that, in my opinion. Because
you already know you can't control Martell.
Yes.
Yeah, she couldn't have, but she shouldn't have let that Pandora out that box.
She really should
stay tucked away.
So that wouldn't be cool.
Yeah.
It was one more thing.
She is not the victim.
So with the thing on the Fletcher, when you were saying Marsau and Chris, one thing he said was, if Marsau said, if Martell can do this to the mother of his children, there's nothing that he won't do to us. So he was really trying to turn Fletch, like you said, Joy, against Martell. Like some of the stuff he was saying.
And he mentioned that he called your wife a side chick.
Yeah, he said he called your wife a side chick. He called Kimmy a side chick.
That's why I said, if y'all pay attention, they're painting Mel and Martell on the same end, on the opposite ends of the same coin. You got Martell, who was accused of having a side chick, always accusing somebody of being a side chick. And you got Mel, who was cheated on, who spends so much time talking about who else been cheated on. Yeah, and they not dealing with it. Like they are both not victims, or both in situations that they keep projecting onto other people.
Yeah,
but he did say, can he still come to Black? Yeah, they're gonna take your money, but you know that Martell did the same thing to Chris, because you remember we didn't know Chris cheated on Neil.
Yes. Oh,
Martell said it.
Yes. Yes, not the first time
they were doing something, and he said, you know, like when you cheated, we had just met them.
No. When they were just counseling, or Nail mentoring Martell on the very first episode, they sat out there in their back porch with Mel and Melanie and Martell. And when they was sitting back there, Chris talked about himself cheating. We knew he cheated before.
This was I can't remember when, but this was before
the day we met the Fletchers. The day we met the Fletchers was when Mel and Martell was still together. They were mentoring them. That's when she threw that thing and said, "I'm sick of you saying I don't satisfy you." That was on their porch.
But I don't remember that part. I remember him calling Chris out, because I was in shock when he said
he didn't call Chris out.
And Chris was kind of in shock too.
He talked about it out loud on that when they first met. They were talking about infidelity, and they were helping them while they were still married. That's how we met them. Like,
I don't remember, because Chris' face was even like,
and he talked openly about cheating.
I don't know. I got to go back and watch.
He said I
didn't pick it up.
He talked openly about how he hurt his wife and how he had to make things better. He talked about that. That was when they were counseling him.
The first time I remember him saying that, or I remember Martell or Melody bringing that up, is when they were leaving their own therapy. When they were in couples therapy, or not couples therapy, but they were like co-parenting therapy, because they were either already divorced or in the process of getting divorced. And while they were in there, they talked about the doctor herself. The doctor shared with them that she was in a similar situation where her husband had a child with another person. And then as they were walking out, that's when, I don't know if it was Mel or Martell, but that's also when they said, Chris is a good person to talk to, since we know they went through the same thing. That's when I remember hearing.
Me too.
Yeah.
I felt like Martell brought it out first. From what I remember.
I'm going to send you that scene, because that scene
I don't remember them in the counseling, or I must didn't pick it up. And I don't think
that was how we met the Fletchers.
He didn't say it in counseling. They didn't talk about Chris in counseling. If we're talking about the counseling of Mel and Martell, it wasn't brought up there. They mentioned it as
I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
No, I agree with you, Callie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Martell told me first, from what I recall.
That's what I recall as well. Yeah,
because Chris was not happy. You can look on his face, like.
Chris, like, can we keep my privacy private? Yeah.
Because we saw them before they were years before they were even a couple. I can't believe y'all don't remember that scene. That scene was explosive.
I remember that scene, but I don't remember
the Fletchers led it.
Because when we saw the photo of them, was he with them when they went to Atlanta?
No.
Okay. He went with them. Okay.
When we heard about him,
that's another time he said that they was cheating with all the women. Ariane did that though, but go ahead.
Nell wasn't even on the show. She hadn't come on the show when they were walking out the therapy and mentioned that Chris.
Yeah, because Nell wasn't on the show when Chris first got on. Because her mama was dying.
No, y'all. This way before what y'all talking
and Chris
about.
was sitting together somewhere, and he said, "Yeah, like when you cheated, I'm telling you, Martell put out Chris cheating." Before that counseling session, because Chris was.
That's how we met the Fletchers. You keep getting this, like they actually introduced the Fletchers and said that they have been mentors to us.
Chris was on the show before Nell even came.
Nell,
Chris was on the show way before Nell came on the show.
We didn't even know who Nell was.
We didn't even know his wife.
Okay. Y'all just forgot. That's
no, I'm telling you, we did not even really know her. Chris was coming around way before that counseling.
Yes, he was.
And that's when Martell told.
Yeah, he started coming around after it alone. But Nell was in that particular episode. That's how we met the Fletchers.
That's how we met Chris Fletcher.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it too.
Here it is, right here. She had on this horrible braided wig. She had on this horrible braided wig.
Who are you talking about, Melody?
Yes, she
had. I remember that scene.
So you're talking about
this happened before that. I'm telling you,
that Joy.
Martell told on Chris when they were by themselves. None of us knew he cheated because we were like, "What kind of friend is he?" Yeah, I remember that because I was like, I would never want to be
deck was not the first time
ever.
Yeah, we knew before then.
We knew.
I'll be happy to look it up before you join. Send it.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? That's all I got.
I think that's
And we're doing Beverly Hills Thursday, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Well, let me see. Hold on.
I gotta watch it. I mean, it ain't came on yet, right?
Any chat sticks real quick before we get off?
Oh yeah, what's happening?
You know, I guess a whole lot of nothing. Everybody is still doing their separate videos of Martell unraveling before our very eyes. I've seen a lot of those videos.
What is Bose?
A lot of those videos. Oh, wait a minute, you're talking about Latoya? What? Tori, what is that?
I think Tori been drinking with Martell.
She talking about Bose from Beverly Hills.
Oh,
B-O-Z, Bose. Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay. Thank you, George, because I got so confused. Tori, I'm sorry, you ain't been drinking.
Okay.
I don't have any chatstick moments. Ain't nothing happened.
Yes, it is, but I don't know if we want to talk about it. If y'all heard that about that Diddy, that
Jay-Z
and Jay-Z.
No, tell me.
So I sent it to y'all, but it's this girl that I follow on TikTok. Her name is, I'm not a lawyer, but she really should be a lawyer. She's gonna be on the
hearing about her
on Hulu, by the way, coming up.
She got a show.
Well, she's going to be featured in something on Hulu. But anyway, she's really good. She reads actual lawyer of what people file in court. And so she's giving firsthand information. That's why I said it's certain things there's rumors when you know what people claims are. So here's the claim. So this girl who was 13 in the year 2000 claims that she was dropped off to where the VMAs was that year. And originally when she filed this lawsuit, she only filed the lawsuit suing Diddy. And she amended the lawsuit recently to include Jay-Z. She kept his name hidden and kept, okay, it was like P. Diddy and person number 1.
Right.
And then it was like, it was a female and she is person's celebrity B. I think it's what she's going by. And it ain't Beyonce, because I figured out who she had to be talking about, because this is the year 2000. Diddy was dating J-Lo in 2000. She claimed she was dropped out to go to VMAs, couldn't get in. She bumped into somebody who claimed he was P. Diddy's driver, told her that P. Diddy liked young girls, that if she interested, she can come to this party. And everything happened how he propositioned it. She gets to this party. She takes a drink. It made her woozy. She goes in this room. She claims that Diddy came in there, essayed her, and then I think Jay-Z did it first, and then her, while celebrity B watches, because that's the only person that's protected now. It's whoever this woman is. Okay. Here's the thing, that's her claim. Is she gets out, she fights Diddy. She gets out and runs and calls her daddy to pick her up. And she's claiming post-traumatic stress and a whole bunch of psychological things and her inability to have regular relationships, And Jay-Z responds like, this explains kind of why her claim originally kept guy number 2 hidden. Apparently, Jay-Z hit back like, this dude is a fraud.
Jay-Z wasn't playing.
Extorting people. You suing this person and this person, and this person suing you because you tried to extort money out of them. He was like, if I did all of those, I need to be in jail. Why haven't you filed at the police station?
And that's true.
And he's like, she ain't gonna be able to prove it. In no way, form, or fashion would she be able to prove it unless she got a rape kit.
Right, and she probably didn't.
But you know, how come I haven't heard other people say what Jay-Z said? He put it in the letter that way. You need to be sending me over here, not over here. You just want my money. You don't want me to be in jail. I did that to you, you know?
Yeah.
I should be in jail. But I haven't heard anybody else put it that way.
Nobody else has said that it's a lie.
Yep.
Basically, it's right.
I like that letter though. I was like, oh God. But you know, I will say I'm a little biased. I'm always on the girl's side. So I believe when they say it happens. But Jay's fighting back.
I mean, because she has no proof.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what she's claiming happened.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's weird. We're in a weird place.
Yeah, we are.
And so, did anything happen with Diddy? I know the last time we talked, he was trying to get home, and they were saying that some kind of birthday video.
Yeah, no, the birthday video, they were saying he was trying to use social media to influence people to kind of keep him on their minds. He did not get bail, so he was not at home for Christmas. And I don't think anything else came out of that. They showed what he had on Thanksgiving on the Christmas plate.
He was also using other people's cards.
What card?
Apparently, they have some kind of system on how you can use the phone, like a phone card of some sort.
They said everybody was coming to him.
Yeah, he was using other people's card to avoid being record or knowing it's him. But somebody said, his lawyer argued that doesn't make sense because all prison phones are recorded. It ain't like some are and some aren't.
Right, that's true.
So he argued that, but basically Diddy wasn't out because he don't know how to sit his ass down. He should have been sitting down, hoping and praying that he had some good people around him that had his back for real. But he too busy trying to control everything from behind jail, still trying to influence people, still calling people, still trying to do bribes and all that other stuff. That's what's the part that makes him dangerous.
He thinks he's above the law.
That's the part that makes the reason why he's sitting in jail.
Yeah.
Because he can't just sit down.
And they were saying that they tossed his cell and found some letters or something.
Yeah, he had found some notes, probably some people he needed to call, and it's supposed to have lawyer across the top.
And they made them throw those notes away. Yeah. They made them not use them. Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting case. One other thing before we go. So Gucci.
Oh yes, with Carlos.
Did y'all pay attention to that? I mean, she called Carlos out.
Yes, she said she didn't feel protected by Carlos, and he deleted it. But some people screen recorded.
So I think
he stopped the interview.
It. Yeah, he did.
He deleted the live from his thing.
Yes, because I couldn't find it. We were on our call the same time, but God, why are they so comfortable calling Carlos out in public?
That's a good question, but I told you. I want to hear yours, Montique. I tell you.
I don't know. I don't know why they would feel. I mean, I feel like that's why he talks about Bravo and not interview his people, because he know his people know how he really is. And therefore, that's why he's always on Bravo's tip, because he ain't doing stuff right over on his side of the tracks with Tisha.
I think he crosses too many lines.
Yeah, he does.
Like, he don't even, like, when Andy is reading off them cards, that may be some of his thoughts. But for the most part, he reading off a card. Somebody's giving him questions to say. He even will tell you these come from so-and-so and so-and-so. You may think he's shady, but you don't always think those are his thoughts. And when he does ask questions, he don't ask shady questions to the extent that Carlos does. He really rough, and he crosses lines. You can't respect people that cross. I mean, if you think about it, Selena, y'all can like Selena all day long. Selena shouldn't be on this show. They brought that girl on there strictly to fight with So Gucci.
Okay, and maybe they did. Who knows? But
that happens on reality TV.
Yes, it does. But So Gucci, unless there's some that I missed, So Gucci started the fight. So shouldn't Carlos, have been protecting Selena? If you think about it, if So Gucci started it, what's in the middle of that I'm missing?
I don't necessarily think So Gucci started it.
I don't think so.
Not the actual fight. So Gucci was saying something shady to Selena, and she would have been okay to come back at her. But no part of talking is going to excuse you cutting glass in my face.
Who cut glass in her face?
Selena did. So Gucci left out of that event in an ambulance.
I'll have to go. I don't remember all that. I'll have to go.
She left out of that argument with glass in her face. They couldn't even get it out. They were trying to get it out. That's why they had to call the ambulance.
Well, I don't remember that at all, and I know that
they didn't show that part.
Was it said that it happened on the show?
Yes. The next episode, they talked about what happened. That's the reason why she went to the police. That's the reason why they have this restraining. It's not quite a restraining order, but whatever that is, that a no contact law or order or something. I don't think it's considered a restraining order. That's why Gucci, if you watching the season, keeps walking out. She lifted it in the course of filming. She does lift it, and it's gonna be really good next week because they keep putting Selena in the same room with her. She's lifted it now, so she's like, okay, they're gonna force us to have this conversation. I don't need the peanut gallery around. So she asks everybody to leave, but they haven't said a word to each other. So when it pick up next Friday, it's really going to be good because you'll get to see what's going on here because it's so weird. Selena obviously has moved on. You know what I mean? I can't imagine her wanting JJ back.
Oh, yeah, she's married, right?
Engaged. She's engaged.
But she has a boyfriend. He was on the show.
Yeah. He was.
Yeah, but they bought that. It's nothing. Selena ain't even got nothing going on. And she might be a cool girl, fun girl. I didn't watch the other show. So So I don't have any kind of emotion or whatever.
Yeah,
but she don't have nothing going on to have her on the show.
No.
Well,
she does. They have their retail store. Her and her
ain't
daughters.
talked about it.
Yes, she did. That's how I know about it. She
From
brought
the
it up.
show?
Yes.
I hadn't watched Belle, so I don't know.
Yeah, she brought it up on this show, not on Dancing Dolls. I don't know what they were doing back then, but yeah, she brought it up.
Watch that show. Yeah,
she brought it up maybe on the last episode. But
so how does she make money? Does her man have money? Like,
I don't know. He remind me of Jacqueline's boyfriend, just kind of the neighbor. I don't know.
I don't get it. So, do y'all think that Selena's not a good fit for the show?
I think she's a good fit for the show. I do. She seems to get along with everybody. She seems just really nice and kind. And, she wants to be friendly to everybody. And if you think about where she was the door person, she was waving and said hi to So Gucci. And so Gucci did what she thought was the right thing. And maybe it was. He just ignored her and kept walking.
And JJ
Selena was the greeter.
JJ asked her not to talk to her.
Well, good.
So, and I think JJ, I don't know what his motive is. People are insinuating that he has feelings for her. I tend to think it's a situation where he said, I'm not fighting with her on television. Right. Like, I'm not fighting with her on television. I think that JJ is a fool, but he ain't stupid. Because I've heard through all of that God darn it and that country silliness that he does, he got some sense.
Yeah.
He has some sense. He don't want to fight with that girl on TV, and it's sensitive.
He don't want to fight with his daughters either.
Yeah, he don't want to, One of his daughters he get along with.
I don't know. It just sounds like
he was at his house. Somebody had one of his daughters.
Are you talking about Selena's daughter?
Yeah, one of his daughters.
So or are you talking about So Gucci's daughter? Because they were talking to So Gucci's daughter.
No. So Gucci's daughter had her son or daughter had a birthday party at their house. One of JJ's daughters went. I can't tell you which one it was, but they had a child around the same age because they were talking about that. That was one of the conversations that they were having.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
She did start the fight, though. I'll send it to you. Because I just don't understand how, if you started it, how you suddenly need protection.
So y'all don't. So Callie, you think she's a good fit, but Joy, you don't.
No, I don't see what her.
Joy thinks not because of this is her husband's ex, and that's a dangerous.
Yeah, I don't. It's not just that though. I don't get what is her reasoning for coming on here. I could understand if she was living fabulously or she had some kind of goal of some sort. We didn't see none of that.
What's So Gucci's reason?
You just saw fighting.
So Gucci, huh?
So you just saw them fighting.
Oh, yes. It was it was kind of a weird situation. My introduction to Selena was I ain't gonna say this. I wouldn't have been able to pick that girl out of a lineup, but I might have been able to pick out their daughters because my niece used to live with me and she used to love that show. And I've watched an episode or two. I wouldn't have picked out Selena though, but I do remember them girls because of their gaps.
Did you see this comment from Latoria?
What'd she say?
I love y'all, Latoria. Okay, she didn't start it. How you started when you walking away, a person touched you, and then you turn around and try to touch them back. Is that all she did? Latoria was walk away. I mean, come on. As she was walking away,
I don't know.
She called the lady the help.
She called the lady.
Those were battlefields right there. Mm-hmm. She started it, but okay. Okay. What else?
Funny.
What else?
Okay,
what else has happened? I'm trying to think though. Is that all that's been happening in the world? Oh, so Gucci called out Carlos. Carlos deleted the. So can we talk about that for a second, Joanna? I don't remember if we talked about all this last week, but it seems like Melody her and Carlos did their little tour. What was that in January? And that's when she was able to be open and honest about her feelings, told Carlos she didn't feel protected. And rightfully so, because to me, she still isn't protected the way she should be. But it seems like after that, a lot of other people just kind of followed in. Like Melody kind of led the way. And then we got something from Winter. Ashley has called him out before, Ashley Silva, but nothing extra bad. Just like we haven't talked to you in a while or something like that. Then we have So Gucci. I mean, the girls just started lining up afterwards. Do you think they felt comfortable doing that because Melody, the star of the network, basically did it first? Or do you think there's not even a connection? They're just doing what they want to do?
I don't know.
I don't know. You talking about the girls?
Yeah, the girls. Yeah.
I don't know. What you think?
I think they are a little comfortable doing it because Melody was able to do it. And Melody.
You think so?
Yes. I mean, yeah.
What did Melanie say? Because it wasn't on their tour. Was it on a live or something?
No, this was on their tour when they, the Carlos King show on the road or whatever.
Right, I do.
And so it was there. And Melody says, I have to be honest with you. I didn't feel protected at all. And you can always tell when Carlos is caught off guard because he can't really hide his facial expressions.
Right.
He's so funny. He was caught off guard with that, but of course he kept his cool. He remained very professional, and maybe they talked about it off camera, but on camera he was definitely uncomfortable. And then that, to me, a little bit, it opened up the floodgates.
Actually, you're right, Latoria. Winter started it. Winter did say Winter is the girl that was on. Love and Marriage DC.
Yeah, but she ain't got no job no more. Melody still does. So
right. Winter was the first one to do it after Melody. That's what I said a second ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she did it after her?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And Winter, so she said that the producers encouraged the men to go after her and was like, cuss her out, do this, do that. Like she really did not feel protected by anybody.
Did she say that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Melanie said that?
Winter.
No, Winter.
Oh.
Because I didn't watch.
They liked when the man ganged up on her. Now, I don't know why they did or if they did. But
they did.
I didn't watch the whole season, but I did watch the reunion because I heard it was pretty explosive. And I know that the Tylers, him and her sound like they had a little bit of back and forth. They were trying to like get through it. I thought. But her boyfriend, or whoever was on the stove, he clearly was on a mission to have nothing to, he was really rude and disrespectful to her. And
you can't protect Martell, honey. But go ahead.
What did you say? I don't remember Martell sitting there on the stage telling Carlos that he doesn't feel protected.
Martell is the most protected person on that stage.
Can we just repeat that again? I mean, yes, he is. But, I think everybody should feel protected. What was I talking about before I looked at that comment?
I just feel like Carlos, that's really and truly why he does not interview his people, because he knows how he treats them. And Monique said that he treated her worse than the white folks. Now, that's bad. Now, I don't know if you can believe her or not, but
that's what I was going to say. I don't know. And it is what it is. So everybody might have their reasons. I'm not against that. I'm not even saying that. But it just, and I'm old school. We all know I'm about to be 60. It just seems weird to me when people openly disrespect their boss. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that the boss has been very disrespectful. It's just weird because that's not how I was raised. I would never talk to my boss like that in public. Listen, in public. Because when we ain't in public, then, we will definitely have a knockdown drag out. But I wouldn't want to be rude and disrespectful.
I agree generally. But if your boss is kind of rude and disrespectful to you and shady to you and crossing lines and stuff, he crosses lines that Andy don't even do, because essentially they're in the same position. But it's a lot of the getting online and having dialogues about people. And it's can you imagine Andy crying to one of the men, talking about, I know you love your wife.
Oh, don't Joy.
Like,
and Andy would never go and talk
Andy
about.
would never do nothing like that.
I mean, even when Martell was on Atlanta, he never was like, yeah, I see how you are on your show. Like, Andy would never do what Carlos does. Like, doing all those Bravo things and talking about the Bravo people need to be fired, but then saying that the fans are the reason Stormy left when you the biggest, worst fan of Bravo people.
Yeah.
Carlos is a hypocrite.
Especially when you have the inside. He has the inside. That's what makes it hypocritical. It's just like we as fans don't have the inside. And we know that we have some rabid fans out there that really go too far digging into people's lives and stuff. But he knows them personally. I'll give you an example. I'm actually starting to see this very clearly. But Carlos said once, this is the kind of stuff we're talking about. He said that Dorit on Beverly Hills had the potential to be one of the best housewives in housewives history. But she's so laser focused. Kyle is right about this. She's so laser focused about what people are saying around her and being liked. She's not really willing to be herself. Because she really does. How quick wit that she is with Kyle, I don't even like Dorit, and I'm on her side.
Like, Dorit used to be that girl though when she first came.
Like she everything that she says is to the point of, you think I've been sleeping playing coy. I haven't. I've been listening.
Yeah.
What you really mad about, that's a Joy move. You saying one thing to me, but in real life, this is really what you want to know. Let's get to the real, because all of this other stuff is play. And she's right. Dorit is 100% right against Kyle. 100.
Yes, she is. Because that's how she is to her friends. She's not a good friend to people.
Yeah, she like, you're punishing me. That's like you didn't talk to me for 6 months or so and so. That's been sitting on her brain forever.
And what I love about is Bravo keeps showing that clip, and you could tell Dorit is joking.
Yes.
You could tell
nothing about that felt offensive. Kyle is lying. She got the emotional intelligence of a toddler.
Oh.
I mean, she even spilled drink on Dorit, and then Dorit was like, now it's Kathy. Like, that's a joke.
Yes.
And for a housewife, that's how we joke with each other.
Jeez.
So, I didn't like it. But
I don't even know who Brooke Logan is, but I can hear Demisio.
Oh my God.
No idea. I told him I had to look this woman up one day. I was bored.
I still ain't looked at her. If we talk about Brooke Logan one more time, we gonna have a fight. All right. Anything else, y'all? I missed y'all. I took off from work, and then when I went back, it was like, what did y'all? What's going on, people?
Look, you can tell when you're running. Look, you can tell when you're running.
I'm taking off again in December. I'm gonna be off for 2 weeks. You are too, Joy, right? About?
Oh yes. Are you talking about for Christmas, girl? Yes.
Yeah,
next Friday is my last day, honey.
Yep. Can't wait. But yeah.
Are you still going out of town, Monty?
I forgot. I told my daughter I was going to go see Wicked tomorrow. What time are we going live? What time y'all want? Oh, we don't have to. Okay, we're good.
We ain't doing that. Okay, good. So we're not doing anything tomorrow,
right? Married to Medicine tomorrow.
No, we were going to do something Wednesday, and you all could go ahead and do it. It was.
No, I thought we said we were moving that to Thursday.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can move that to Thursday for you. But yeah, okay. So I can go see Wicked tomorrow. All right. So we'll be back.
Let me know how you like it.
I'll let you know. We'll be
it's
back
so
Thursday.
Political. It's political, right?
Wicked?
Yes, it's really. He actually wrote, when he was writing Wicked initially, the author, it was supposed to be a protest against what was happening in Ukraine or somewhere over there. I was almost positive it's Ukraine. And as he was writing it, he had a dream about something, and he basically this is the element of it. You know, in America, we paint enemies a lot. Are enemies really the enemies, or are they formed? Yeah.
I thought it was the perspective of the Wicked Witch. Wicked.
No? It is.
But it's still political. Okay.
But it's very political. It was literally a political, it was written political. But it's a whole lot of people on TikTok that said this is red versus blue. Like the left is always painted as wicked. And they kind of put in this corner, you know, well, we got to protect this people. We got to protect some people. And sometimes they do go too far. And that's always the argument, that the left, they really trying to do too much.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, normally, Tori, I do watch stuff at the house, but there are certain things we do go to the movies to see, and we always go Tuesday when it's half price. And so this is one of them. She wants to go to the movies because normally I would rather watch it at my house.
3 hours.
Is it?
It's 2 hours and 40 something minutes.
Oh, honey, we might be watching that at the house, Joy.
Yeah. That's the reason why I haven't went to the movie. I'm not going to no movie for no $3 hours.
I need to talk to my child.
That's the reason why I've only watched Titanic once.
Yeah, it's too long. Girl, I went to see the Titanic because everybody was talking about it on every station that I turned to. Mm-hmm. So I kind of went, and I didn't realize it was that long. And I got my popcorn and all my good stuff. That movie was so good to me, though.
It was
a movie that I would, watch and loop over and over.
Right.
It was such a beautifully written movie. It was just really beautifully written.
Yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Montique, what is your dog over there barking about?
So we got some new neighbors, honey, and they be outside, and he do not like it. He does not like people outside, honey. So he is upset with them.
Well, dang, Joy,
because he don't usually bark, right? Yeah.
He don't use the park.
Yeah, it is. It is good versus evil, but it was a political statement, and that's how it was originally written. I had been hearing about it, but if y'all go on TikTok, y'all feel like going down a rabbit hole. You look at the politics of it. It's people that straight breaking it down in a way, and if you do that, it's good to understand how it fits with the Wizard of Oz, because it is kind of interesting how it weaves with the Wizard of Oz. Whoever wrote this was a borderline genius, because they're actually the story is happening at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because we get to meet the Wicked Witch of the East, the one who dies.
Right.
Yeah, the story actually begins when she dies. But when you find out who she is, you like, oh my God. Like, she was a good person. And it's cute because who's really the Tin Man, who's really the Scarecrow. It was cleverly written. It was really clever. Really clever. And it kind of makes you ever read those? I used to read this because I kind of love this concept. But I used to read this story about the Three Little Pigs from the wolf perspective.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I've watched that. Yeah. It's from the opposite end. Is that like Grimm? Was Grimm like that? When you saw it from the...
If you watched it, they may have had some like that, but it was a children's story.
You know who the Wicked lady
for your kids, huh?
The lady that plays Wicked, the black lady.
Yeah.
Do you know who she's dating?
Oh.
Okay.
A girl. I know that.
Yes. You know that, right?
I mean,
I thought that was cute. I didn't know that. I thought it was cute. Or where's Drew? That's all I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out. Let me go
bye, everybody. Peace out. 9 o'clock. That's been a long day.
Night.